How's it going, everybody? It's C-RadTV back here with another video. So, of course, now we got ourselves another NFL draft preview upon us here. So, in the last draft preview, we looked at the top linebacker prospects in the draft. This one, we're now going to look at the top defensive backs and safety prospects to wrap up all of the big needs the Lions have in the first round. Since the Lions got a lot of holes on that defense. Mainly the biggest need for the Lions in the secondary is the safety position. You know, we maybe could use another corner since we did get trade off Desmond Trufant. And we also got rid of Justin Coleman, so corner does somewhat become a need again. You know, someone to help complement Jeff Okudah and Amani Oruwariye, etc. You know, there's some good corners, though, in this draft, too. So we'll look at the top corner prospects, and we'll look at the top defensive and safety prospects. So let's look at the top prospects for the secondary. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So starting off with the corners, the first one we're going to look at here, hailing out of Alabama, standing 6'2", weighing 202 pounds, we got Patrick Surtain II. So Patrick, he's your prototype coverage corner, so he's very good in the coverage game. In terms of his strengths, he's a pro-ready corner, plenty of polish, has the size to match up on any receiver, the aggression also to go inside and face the tight ends. There are wild rumors that Patrick, he would be moving the safety role in Alabama's defense, which would illustrate his versatility, so he does have some versatility, he can move almost anywhere in the secondary. He's best suited as a cover 3 defender, but there are often he seems to get third assignments in Alabama's defense, so his defensive roles always varied in Alabama, because Alabama's defensive scheme was pretty good. In terms of weaknesses, though, he does have a tendency to open his hips early, sell out for the deep pass, allows receivers to work underneath, gain separation. Less presumptuous approach, it could work wonders for Patrick at the next level. He likely won't blow anyone away, though, as an athlete. He's likely best suited as an outside corner at the next level. It could, though, push some teams, though, off of him as a high pick, which could lower his draft value. In terms of his NFL comparison, he has been compared to Jimmy Smith of the Baltimore Ravens. So definitely somebody with a lot of potential for sure. Maybe someone to keep an eye on for sure. Next corner, we're going to go over here, hailing out of Virginia Tech, standing 6'1", weighing 207 pounds. We got Caleb Farley. So Caleb, he's your prototype closing / recovery corner. In terms of his strengths, though, his ease of movement is obvious on tape when he alternately uses a low and tight back pedal, or he sidesteps his initial drop. Shows his loose hips and greasy knees, can fluently change directions. Has sudden acceleration, very good top-end speed. Excellent closing burst when he comes downhill. Plants his legs and drives toward the ball to break up those short routes. He always appears to be a sending player, resiliency on and off the field. It can suggest that he possesses the work ethic to take full advantage of his natural talent. In terms of his weaknesses, though, he's a highly aggressive, clever corner. Likes to jump short routes, leaves him vulnerable to savvy double moves. He's almost too poised with the ball in the air. Too often he opts to wait for the receiver to make an attempt at a catch, then rip at his hands. So he usually waits for the receiver to make a move instead of just trying to jump and knock the ball away and trying to force a bad throw, rather than turn to locate the ball himself. Too often he can get too focused on his primary cover responsibility with a delayed reaction to run support. He's a willing and physical tackler, but he could be more aggressive in the area, with some standing around the pile on the tape. So he could look to get into the play more instead of just standing there and let others do the work for him. In terms of his NFL comparison, he has also been compared to Jimmy Smith of the Baltimore Ravens. So, definitely has a lot of potential, has a lot of aggression, which you want to see out of a corner. A few things to clean up, but yeah, for sure, someone to keep an eye on, for sure. And the last corner we're going to go over here before we move on to the safety prospects, we have hailing out of South Carolina, standing 6'1", weighing 205 pounds, we got J.C. Horn. So in terms of J.C. strengths, as far as corners go, there seems to be no one in this class that flashes all the tools that Horn JC does. He demonstrates quick feel, excellent technique to mirror receivers, doesn't allow them to create separation at the line, very athletic, tracking receivers right on the hips when he breaks inside, uses long limbs, excellent makeup speed, break on the ball if he's targeted, excellent frame, illustrates strong physical play, even able to match up on tight ends at times, or he stays out on the island alone. In terms of his weaknesses, though, there are a lot of questions about his ability to play the ball and force turnovers. No doubt, it always comes into question. His entire college career, he only had 2 interceptions during his entire college career, and both of them came in the same game. All in 2020. He can also be a bit inconsistent as a tackler in the run game. He was solid at the college level, but the tasks only get harder in the NFL. He's also prone to being penalized for pass interference due to his physical play, so he has a knack of grabbing the receiver in the wrong place and getting penalized for it, so he's got to learn to not take those stupid penalties. In terms of his NFL comparison, he's been compared to now retired NFL defensive back Marcus Trufant. So definitely someone with a lot of upside for sure. A few things to clean up there, and he's going to have to get more consistent as a tackler. A few things to clean up so he doesn't have to take stupid fucking penalties. But yeah, definitely someone to keep an eye on for sure if you're looking for someone in the long run. So now moving on to the top safety prospects. The first one we're going to go over here, hailing out of TCU. Standing 6'1", weighing 205 pounds, we got Trayvon McGhee. So Trayvon is your prototype man coverage safety, so he's very good in man coverage. Terms with strengths, he looks the part, has a well put together frame, includes tapered middle, good muscular definition, highly alert, trusts his eyes, follows them to the ball, so he always keeps his eye on that ball. Wherever it goes, he goes. Smooth accelerator, excellent downhill closing bursts, generates real knockdown and forces and fumble force explosiveness. Full service safety, experience playing back near the line, covering receivers out of nickel. So he has some position versatility there, so he can play almost anywhere in the secondary. Shows impressive quickness, balance fluidity in his back pedal, and transition. Has his instincts and closing speed that translates well in the pass game. Shows excellent route anticipation. Natural ball hawk. Shows soft hands, body control. Make difficult interceptions look easy. He was even referred to at TCU for positive attitude and leadership. So definitely a lot of upside for sure. In terms of his weaknesses, though, he's highly aggressive, comes in too hot, leads to occasional missed tackles, over pursuit, so a few things to clean up there. He isn't the most consistent thumper in the world that his size may suggest, but he runs around blocks rather than fight through them. He's more of an ankle swiper as a tackler than an intimidator. In terms of his NFL comparison, he's been compared to Justin Reed of the Houston Texans. So, hey, definitely someone with a lot of upside and a lot of aggressiveness that you want to see out of a safety. Few things to clean up, needs to get a little consistent with tackles, and needs to clean a few things up. But yeah, still, someone to keep an eye on for sure. So the next safety we're going to go over here, hailing out of Oregon, standing 6'1", weighing 200 pounds, we got Jayvon Holland. So Jayvon, he's your prototype ball skill safety. So he's very good with the ball. Turn 6 strengths, he's extremely versatile. Has the ability to line up as a nickel corner and deep safety. Makes him a huge matchup piece in Oregon. So he has the versatility. He can play a lot of different positions in the secondary. Good athlete, moves around with smooth back pedal and easy hips. Has good size, knows how to use his length. Instincts and football intelligence stand out the most. Rarely gets caught falling asleep at the wheel. He isn't a lights-out hitter, though, but he can be trusted to finish by himself in a space against most runners. In terms of his weaknesses, though, he's more than likely going to be classified, though, as a tweener by a lot of scouts. Doesn't believe he's truly refined as either a corner or safety. Not often he controlled with his angles as a run defender. Usually gets caught undercutting the play, opens up cutback lanes. He's productive on the stat sheet, though, but his ball skills aren't as impressive as the numbers may suggest. In terms of his NFL comparison, he's been compared to Minkah Fitzpatrick of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Definitely someone with a lot of upside for sure. Couple things to clean up, but still, someone definitely to keep an eye on for sure, especially if he falls into the early second round. And the final safety, the final defensive back, the final player we're going to go over in this video, hailing out of Central Florida, standing 5'11", weighing 200 pounds, we got Richie Grant Jr. So for Richie Grant, he's a prototype zone coverage safety, so he's very good in zone coverage. In terms of strengths, for all those NFL fans for versatility, this is your guy. Be it he can be deep, single, high, in the slot, can even take snaps on the outside. He's capable of playing anywhere in the secondary. Has nice athleticism, keeps him in defenders' pockets, and man, with the range to cover as a safety. As a tackler, though, he comes down hard and aggressive, makes plenty of huge plays to stop momentum. In terms of weaknesses, though, he's a bit over-aggressive when he works downhill. Can miss fire on tackles because of it. His closing speed's average. Leaves some concerns about his ability to catch people in the open field as his competition gets faster, especially in the NFL. In terms of his NFL comparison, he's also been compared to Justin Reed of the Houston Texans. Definitely someone with a lot of upside for sure, especially that versatility. You always like that versatility, but, a few things to clean up for sure. But, yeah, definitely someone to keep an eye on if he falls in the early second round. But, yeah, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this NFL draft preview. That's actually going to wrap it up for all the first-round draft previews. I think I went over every single big need that the Lions have in this draft. All the big needs in this round were covered. For round two, for the day two prospects, the needs are around the same as round one, since the Lions got a lot of holes to patch up for sure. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna start the day two previews off Saturday, and we're gonna go to day two quarterback prospects. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna wrap it up here. That's all I gotta say. Hail the Outsiders and hail the great Detroit Masterplan. Peace out.